I'm going to show you how to whip up a quick nut milk. So you can use any nut for this recipe. Basically swap out the hazelnuts for almonds or cashew nuts. You're going to start by popping 2 cups of soaked hazelnuts into your blender. It is important to soak nuts overnight, and the reason for this is that the skin on the outside contains something called phytic acid, and phytic acid actually binds vitamins and minerals in the body and prevents you from absorbing them. So for maximum digestion, you want to soak your nuts overnight and really rinse them extremely well afterwards, and make sure that all the brown liquid is completely clear before you use them. Along with your nuts, add about 1 litre of water. Now, depending on how many nuts you're using, you might want more or less. And it will also depend on how watery or thick and creamy you want your milk as well. And then we're going to add just a pinch of salt, and a pinch of salt helps you actually with the digestive process, and it just helps bring out the flavour a little bit. At this stage, if you're using the Optimum G 2.1, you actually have a nut setting already in the menu. Otherwise, apart from that, put your blender onto high for about 1 to 2 minutes. Then once your blender's finished, what you want to do is get a nut seed bag. Now, these will come with any Optimum blender that you're purchasing, and basically pop that inside a colander and carefully pour your nut milk into that. Then it's a case of just gently squeezing out all of the milk. Now what we're trying to do here is actually separate the milk and the cream from the fibre. Now just because we're not using the fibre in this doesn't mean that it goes to waste. What I suggest you do with the fibre is store it in a Ziploc bag in the freezer, and then you can use it for any kind of baking that you're doing, or pop them into crackers. As you're getting to the end of it, you really actually do need to squeeze and massage out as much of that as you can, because this is where all the delicious flavour in the cream is. And then pop that milk back into your blender. And at this point, we're going to add some medjool dates to sweeten it. So take the pit out of the medjool dates, and of course the medjool dates are a wonderful natural sweetener because they contain the fibre, so they have a low glycemic effect. If your family's not used to a low sugar diet, what I suggest you do is actually add another couple of dates. Any new food like this that you're introducing a family to, particularly the fussy members of the family, try and sweeten it up a little bit, and then over time you can reduce the amount of added sugars like dates that you use. And then add some vanilla to taste. And then pop your blender on high for about 30 seconds until the dates are completely dissolved. And that's how to make delicious nut milk.